Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever felt like your English is pretty good, but you just want to give it a little more punch? Well, today we're going to crack the code on two tiny words, so and such, that will make your sentences sound way more powerful and natural. So let's jump right in. So, really, how do you make your English more powerful? It's not just about learning a ton of new vocabulary. It's about how you connect your ideas. How do you explain that a movie wasn't just good, but it was so good you just had to watch it again? Well, that's all about showing cause and effect, and it's the secret sauce to making your stories really come alive. First up, let's talk about so. Now, we all use this word, but are we really unlocking its full power? Let's take a look at how it works with adjectives and adverbs to build that awesome cause and effect connection.
Okay, so here's the basic formula, and trust me, it's super simple but incredibly powerful. You just use so, then an adjective or an adverb, and follow it up with a that clause. This little structure is the perfect way to link a reason to a result. Let's see it in action.
See? This example makes it totally clear. What's the cause? The cake was so good. And what was the effect, the result? I ate 2 pieces. That word so is like a bridge, It connects the intensity of how good the cake was directly to the action it caused.
And guess what? It works exactly the same with adverbs. The sun shone brightly. Okay, we get it. But how brightly? So brightly that it had a very clear result. It hurt my eyes. It's a really flexible little structure, isn't it? All right, let's build on that with our next tool, such. Think of such as your go-to word when you're not just describing a quality, but you're describing an actual thing, when there's a noun involved in the situation. The key here really is the word order. With such, the formula is a little different. It's such plus an adjective, and then, this is the important part, a noun, all before you get to the that part. That noun, right there, is the real game changer. Let's break this one down. What are we describing here? We're describing a movie. That's our noun. And what kind of movie was it? A good movie. The word such just amps up that whole phrase, making such a good movie the reason, the cause, for the effect. I watched it 3 times. Here's another perfect example. We're not just saying the weather was beautiful, we're saying it was such beautiful weather that it led directly to an action. We had a picnic. Because we're describing the noun weather, such is exactly the word we need. Okay, let's put it all together on one screen. The main rule is actually super simple. You're going to use so when you're just emphasizing an adjective or an adverb by itself, like I was so tired. But you're going to use such when you're emphasizing an adjective and a noun working together, like it was such a long day. But wait, so has one more cool trick. You can also pair it up with words that describe quantity, like many, few, much, and little, to really put some extra emphasis on amounts. Here, we're talking about cars, which is a countable noun, right? You can count them. That's why we use so many. The cause was the huge number of cars, and the effect, well, I couldn't find a place to park. Simple and super powerful. And here, we're talking about food, which is an uncountable noun. So we switched to so much. What was the cause? An incredible amount of food. And the very relatable effect? Our stomachs hurt. It really just depends on whether you can count the noun or not. All right, you have seen the rules, you've seen the examples. Now it is your turn to be the expert. I'm going to show you a few sentences, and I just want you to pick the right word. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, first one. I was so tired that I fell asleep at my desk. Now, look at the word right after the blank. Is it just an adjective, or is there a noun with it? Take a second. Did you get it? The correct word is so. And why? Because tired is an adjective, all by itself. Since there's no noun right after it, so is the perfect choice. Nice work. Okay, question number 2. He is such or so a good dancer that he won the dance competition. What do you see after the blank this time? Think about that formula we talked about. And the correct word here is such. We see the phrase a good dancer. That is our adjective plus noun combination. And whenever you see that pattern, such is the word you need. Excellent. All right, last one for today. This is from our special case. There were so much/many choices that I was overwhelmed. So is the word choices something you can count or not? Of course it's many. You can count choices, 1, 2, 3 choices, so many is always the right word for countable nouns. You're definitely getting the hang of this.
Fantastic job on that quiz. You've just learned a really fundamental trick for making your English way more dynamic. Let's do a quick recap of the key points so they really stick in your mind.
It really all boils down to these 3 simple rules. Use so for adjectives and adverbs that are standing alone. Use such when you've got an adjective and a noun together. And don't forget, so comes back into play for quantities with many and much. That's really the core of it.
If you found this quick explainer helpful and you're ready to take your English to the next level, then for sure subscribe to American English Academy. We have so many more lessons just like this to help you on your journey. And before you go, one last challenge for you. You know the best way to make this stuff stick is to actually use it. So what's one sentence you can make right now using so or such to describe your day? Go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next explainer.